Morning, guys. Friday morning, December 8th. So, yesterday I cut the hole for the license plate light. Now I had to solder a pigtail on it. The wire was too short. And then I'm gonna slide a piece of vacuum hose over here that'll be used as a grommet where it goes through the metal. Then I'll be installing it. Fingers are cold this morning. Takes about an hour for the place to warm up out here. You can still see my breath. I lit the fire, and sometimes I'll come out like early and light the fire and then go back in and have coffee and breakfast, but kind of slept in. See, and I actually stayed up pretty late last night, which is rare for me, but got into some good stuff on the internet and just was staying awake. So you see I'm sliding the vacuum hose over this. Then I'm just going to take a little of this and spread it on. And that'll keep the vacuum hose from walking away. You say, why am I putting vacuum hose on here? Because I don't buy grommets. I just use a piece of hose and I drill the hole through the metal, and then this keeps the wire from getting chafed on the metal. So I don't have to have a whole box of grommets. I just have this old vacuum hose that I save. Works just as good, if not better. So the light's all set to be installed now. So I took this light off of the rear portion of the frame on the 48 Chevrolet that I bought. So that reduces a little bit of the price of build I built because I was able to repurpose that. So I went and found the wire here, and I'm going to tie it in, and we'll have a license plate light. Definitely required in 50 states to have a license plate light. Like I said, I solder everything. Uh-oh. Light not working. You got to be real careful when you're soldering straight up. The solder doesn't roll down your arm, kind of like when you're welding. So I follow the same process every time. I solder the wiring. I use the bead sealer / liquid electrical tape. Then I go over it with regular electrical tape to finish it off. And what I find is when I do it this way, I don't have, because if you don't seal these wires, and then you can use shrink wrap if you want to spend all that kind of money, but I just assume use the bead sealer. And I mean, like the trailer hitch on my other truck, my 2001, I put that on years and years and years ago, and I haven't had a lick of problems with the wiring because I follow that same process. So I put that piece of vacuum hose through the hole, ran the wire through, and then I just glue that too so it can't slide out, and everything works well. We have a tail light now. You might notice I made this wiring. I used old extension cord to run the wires to the rear. This works real well, and it's insulated, you know, so the wires are inside of an insulated, so they're double insulated where they're going over any frame or anything like that that might interfere with it. So let there be light. So I got the door gap finished up, going down. The door's not hitting the panel anymore. And like I say, this was one of my gaffes. When I originally put the skin on, I got a little tight down in here, so I cut it back, and then I just been cutting the Bondo filler rather back to get around. So I'm looking pretty good going down now. No problem there. So another section completed. Still have to do a little more sanding up in here. Just there's a couple small spots here and there. They always, as I told you, every time I prime it and sand it back, I find a couple more spots. So slowly working them out though. I filled, actually had to add a little more filler in on this side. In this area was down low compared to the other side, and I've got that all sanded and worked out now. Even though I go over it with a brush, I'm cutting it back so much that the brush marks are very, and because I thin the primer down with the gas, it seems to flatten out a lot more than it would straight out of the can. So see what's going on here in Rusty, Rhode Island. Little Lucky's hanging outside. She comes in, she goes out. She comes in, she goes out. Just can't make up her mind. So I hope you guys are enjoying your day. It's Friday. See you on Bad Chad, guys.